Yo, yo. Hopefully it's working right now. Let me see. See how I bring people up. Smoke, you hear me?
Yo, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Here.
Yeah.
What it do?
What it do, man? I
Oh,
appreciate you. Appreciate having you on today, man. And such short notice, man. I know we were supposed to do a live stream. What
oh,
2 weeks?
good.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, I know it's not too many people in here right now, but just to, let everybody know, man. I mean, this is my OG. He inspired me to keep traveling, and I appreciate having you on today, man. But I just had a little rough day today, man. I was at work and I ended up joining
Hmm.
this chick live called Nick at Night.
Okay.
Now, she been kind of suspect for a while because I ain't gonna front. Even when I was on, she asked me, "Oh, well, are you new here?" And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm new here. I don't really check you out like that, but I did check in with her one time, and
Hmm.
man, she just, she against the black men in America. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, certain YouTube content creators that, they just don't like black men. They claim that on one hand they love black people, but they don't love black men. And this man passing away, I was just sitting in her comment section looking at all these different, black women supposedly called black women that supposed to be riding with the black man, and they basically was on there trashing the man, talking about all he did was talk about black women. One thing about me, man, is I'm about accountability, and that's what Kevin Samuels was about. So that's what we gonna march on tonight, far as with that. But he was talking nothing but truth. It was tough love, but Kevin Samuels never said that he hated black women. He never
No.
said that, he didn't like he was for black love. It was just tough love. But with black women, you can't tell them nothing. They they beyond approach when it comes to them. And a lot of them was saying that on her live. And I was just, man, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, they kind of had me in my feelings, you know what I'm saying? Because shit, I lost my pops from a heart attack. And
Mm.
Kevin
Hmm.
Samuels was, he was a fairly healthy guy. So I mean, that was kind of shocking to me. But I mean, I needed you on here, man, because I know you do this thing a lot. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even planning on jumping on here like this right now, but I'm like, you know what? This can't wait. We got to get it in. And you a man that actually can talk more in depth about this because you do have, I don't want to put your business all the way out there like that, but your wife is not from America, and she kept. And when I was talking to her, and when I was hearing her talk to other people, she kept kind of going back to that point. Well, okay, do you have a black woman? Do you have a black American woman? She's basically asking all the black men, what I'm saying, do they have a foreign, so she was kind of, I'm picking at that, like, and I was basically in her comments, like, saying, look, you don't need no, I mean, it's more black women than just in America. I'm not one
Yep.
I'm not one to say, as a black man, I mean, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it real. The American black woman, they the only one that can really understand a black man's plight in America. And I'm not saying I don't love American black women, but me at 35 years old with no kids, what I'm saying? I'm not, I mean, I'm sorry. I just don't see my wife being from America, no more. Not that my now that my eyes is open and I'm seeing the world for what it is, and I'm traveling. That was my first time even seeing the beach when I went to the DR. So what I'm
Mm.
saying,
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
it's deep, man. I got a story to tell. What I'm saying? I haven't really been putting it out there. I've been getting my camera equipment ready and my drones and shit. But
Yes,
we gonna
sir.
get it in. We gonna, hey, look. I'm drinking some liquor at work. You feel me? So we finna get it in, man.
Don't tell
But
nobody.
but
Mm.
I know.
I'm fucking with
But
you. Mm.
the topic today, and what I titled this live stream was is obviously R.I.P. Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace, to that man. Give him a moment of silence. But you know, the topic of discussion is, can American black men really build with American black women? Should American black men continue to pursue American black women? I mean, what's your thoughts on it?
Hmm. Well, me myself personally, well, I mean, I left the plantation many years ago. As far as that was concerned, I mean, being a little older than you, um, I won't put my age out there, but I just say I'm over 40. Put it like that, and I'll just put it like this.
Right,
I left the plantation a while back because I've been traveling internationally for over 25 years.
right,
So I've been in 14 different countries over 25 years. So I've been exposed to different ways of living, different cultures, customs, different traditions, different type of women,
right,
and just seeing the dynamics of how different societies work. And
right.
I won't even make it a and even and it's I don't want to stray off the topic because this the thing is black men, black women. Okay, I'm a black man, obviously.
Right, right.
Well, wifey is black Colombian woman, so
Oh,
she's a
she
black
black.
she's a
See, I
black
never even
woman.
asked you that.
Yeah, she's a
I
black
thought,
woman. Yeah,
okay,
she's black. Uh, so she identifies as black. But basically what it comes down to is I would think that the culture in most other countries is more traditional, whereas society is geared towards the men who are, you know, who are pretty much the backbone of society, the hard labor jobs, the dangerous jobs, the provider, because it's more traditional when you go to the places. So if you go to other countries, the male is still expected to be the provider for the
right,
family, the breadwinner, XYZ, because in other countries, maybe the women are not given the same opportunities career wise as they are in the US. Um, Not saying that there aren't any opportunities, they are, but society is pretty much a little on the traditional end of the mother takes care of the house, the father goes to get the money,
right,
breadwinner. And so that's like, and I understand that some people may be thinking, women out there listening, maybe well, that was back then. Well, no, that actually exists in the majority, believe it or not, in the majority of the world nowadays. It still is in play, but
right. That's
in
real.
in America, we have a lot of different dynamics that go with this. Like
Hey,
as far as no, go ahead, talk to me.
oh, no, I'm sorry. Not to
Go
cut
ahead.
you off, OG,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
I got another one of my OGs I met out there. You know what I'm saying, that he put me on a lot of game too, far as financial. He trying to join in right now. Hey Jay, I'm trying to invite you, but it's saying that something. I think you might have to put a picture on your avatar because
Yeah,
it's
if you
not
don't
letting
wanna
me
show
invite.
your face, you have to have some type of
Yeah,
picture or something up
yeah,
there. But
yeah,
just put
put
a
any
piece of
kind of
tape over
picture.
your damn put a piece of tape over your goddamn, camera lens. If you're on a
Right,
phone, put a piece of tape over your shit and rock and
right.
roll. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to invite you, but when you put some over your avatar, I can invite you in.
Yeah,
It won't even let me click you on right now.
yeah,
I'm
put a piece of
trying.
tape or something over your, thing, and and
Yeah.
and and you're good.
Yeah, I think your cousin gonna end up joining in too, man. I mean, whoever want to join in right now, because this is what we talking about. I mean, now let me ask you this: what is your personal opinion about Kevin Samuels? Because it's a lot of people that don't like him. It's a lot of, I mean, me personally, I I learned a lot of game from him, as far as just how to conduct yourself as a black man, and I mean, everything that he used to say on his platform. I mean, that's everything that I always then thought, for the last 5, 10 years as a black man in America, but
Mm-hmm.
He actually came out and said it. And Neek at Night, I really, I'm trying to. I said I'm gonna cook her ass. You feel me? I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and go in. I said I'm gonna cook her ass, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I know that she lost too, because on her platform she kept saying, I never had a father and everything else. So I understand that, but
That's it
you
right
don't.
there.
Yeah, you don't come on your platform and you got 200 and some thousand subscribers and downgrade this black man, and then you saying that you don't disagree with Cynthia G, but all Cynthia G do is sit here and bash black man. And at one point, Cynthia G was like pro black, because I ain't gonna front. Excuse me, I was a subscriber of hers, but at the same time, I had to unsubscribe because I'm like, you sitting up here bashing black men and all this other shit. But a week ago, you was sitting up here talking about black power and black empowerment and the black man and the black woman. And then when you seen where the money resided at, and that was basically the bash black man, you jumped on that bandwagon. So that's my whole thing. And black women wonder why they're not getting married at the rates that Kevin Samuels was saying and things like that. Them are some of the reasons. Y'all uncooperative. We can't. We want to build, but how can we build with something like that? So that's my question to you. My next question: how did you feel about Kevin Samuels?
Real quick before I jump into it, Jay says his browser is blocking him. You may have to refresh your page, Jay. Refresh.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe refresh your page, Jay, and try to go back in again. Hit the refresh and try it again. Get back to us in the chat. Let us know if it's working or not. To
Yeah, you're
answer your
gonna have to.
question,
Yeah.
no, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I wanna know, because I'm not gonna say that I don't know exactly how old Kevin Samuels was, but when I look at
They
you
say
and your
50.
lifestyle.
They say 56. That's what they
Oh
said.
yeah,
I'm not sure if
56. Yeah,
that's accurate or
56.
not, but
Yeah, yeah. That's what I put on my title, but I don't know if that's accurate either. But
that's what's being
I
reported.
look at you, man. Like I say, man. You've been a blessing to me in my life. You know what I'm saying? We
Thank
finna
you.
do it again in the DR on Memorial Weekend. So yeah, hey, y'all stay tuned because there's a lot more coming. But yeah, man. How you feel about Kevin Samuels?
Well, I really I saw Kevin on YouTube years back when he was in the
Oh, okay.
car. When he was in the car
Okay.
talking about
Old
different
school.
stuff, old school Kevin Samuels,
Okay.
like it'd be like a few of us in the room watching. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it caught my eye, and it's funny not to be on some crazy shit, but I saw he was in the car. I was like, oh shit, he in my car, and I was joking because I was just scrolling, and I was like, oh, I know what the inside of a 3 Series E90 E92 BMW looks like inside. So I was like, what's this dude talking about? Sitting in the car. So he was just talking about different shit, fragrances, buy button ups, get your grown man on as you get older. Like, can't be in
Right.
t-shirts and sneakers forever. After you get 30, start adjusting your game a little bit, just kicking the basic man shit that we chop it up about.
Right.
But then I seen him move indoors. So I subbed to him way back. And as well as many other people. It's not like I was like, oh, this is the top guy. He was just coming into his own, I would assume, just beginning, everybody beginning somewhere. So, and then when the health crisis hit, a lot of people were home. I was still on the move, but then I noticed the change of, like, change the setup a little bit, whatever. But, the message was pretty much like, I appreciated his message. It was pretty true. He the thing that I liked about the style is that he brought the numbers, the numbers to match, the data to match. Like, you know what I mean? He would not just say, hey man, well, the majority of, he would actually take data. Most people just
Right.
get data from the internet, but at least he took time to be like, well, as far as data and stuff like that. So
He was
he would
speaking on
give
no,
the
he was
numbers.
dropping straight facts, man. To
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
he
he
was
was giving the
dropping
numbers.
straight facts.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
he
can
was
you
giving the
hear me? Because
numbers.
it's kind of choppy right now.
It's loud and clear. You
I
coming in clear as a crystal. You good. You good.
okay, I'm
Maybe
good.
maybe
Okay,
on
okay.
your side.
Yeah, it's probably
Um,
on my side. Let
it
me
sounds It sounds good though.
Okay, okay. I'm just making sure everything
Uh,
good so they can hear us because they need to hear this tonight. But
okay,
you know,
refresh
I
it.
mean, yeah, I mean, all I can say is I concur to that because I mean, you know, I mean, I ain't gonna front and say that I was checking them out back in them days, but I heard some things about him. Like I heard that he was constant, you know, at one point he wasn't even talking about black women. He was really on the black man, trying to get
Yeah,
us right, you know.
yeah.
I mean, and
Like I said.
get up, yeah. But you know, now it's to the point. It's like, you know, you have a lot of people saying all he doing is talking about black women. Well, nobody talks about y'all. Y'all, like I say, y'all beyond approach. So, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's good that we had him as long as we had him, and you know, have him come in and really, you know, break some things down, you know, and let the world know that at the end of the day, it's not just the black man, it's the black woman too. You know, we can't, one can't exist without the other. You know, I'm just gonna keep it 100. You know, one can't exist without
Mhm.
the other. But at the same time, that's why I'm such a big advocate of black men traveling, and I keep saying that over and over again because it's not to say that you can't love black women, but it's black women all over the world. And I had to open my eyes to that because for a long time I was blind to that. I didn't know nothing about the DR or Colombia or Guyana or Ecuador. I didn't know was other black, you know, I mean,
Black people
because in
everywhere, man.
America, you know,
Hmm.
in America we kind of, you know, a lot of times we dumb down to them type of things. So for me to learn that and, you know, really see that, man, it's a life beyond America, man, it's a beautiful thing, you know. I mean, so that's my whole thing about it. But you know, with the whole Nick at Night chick and all them, you know, all these black women going around social media now parading and having a big parade about Kevin Samuels dying, a black man dying. That just let, I hope black men open their eyes and really see what's going on now.
Well, put it
You
like
know,
this:
and
you can't try to cut you off.
yeah,
You gotta look at it like this. You can't generalize everybody. So when you just say like black women, of course you don't mean all, but then
no, not all.
somebody's gonna come in the comment and say, well, you can't say that about all the women. So obviously this is not all black women, but
Okay, Jay. Oh, my bad, OG. Hey,
go
Jay,
for it.
you on now, man? You gotta mute your mic though.
Yeah,
And this is my first time doing this. Hey, this is
Well,
another one of my. Hey. Before I gotta introduce you to the room. This is
okay.
another OG. You know that put me on a lot of game about the real estate. Like that whole month that I stayed in DR last year, man, I met a lot of influential people, man, that really changed my life for the better. So, I mean, and Smoke and JB, you know, I mean, when I call these two brothers, and they older than me, you know, that's why I call them OG. But you know, I look at them as like family too, because when I call them, I need anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they always there. So, welcome, JB, man. You know what we talking about right now.
That's what's
But
Hey, man,
up, OG.
appreciate it. Thanks for
Give a round of applause to my man for
thanks
pulling
for
up.
inviting me.
all right, all right. Hey, Smoke, you can finish up though, man.
But obviously it's not all. But you know how I look at it. I mean, it's a oh man, it's so many dynamics. I don't even know where to begin with this whole like the dynamics between the relationship. I think like finishing off on the Kevin side is that he was trying to a lot of people took it in a disrespectful way. We lost Jay. But
Oh, we lost him.
he was just giving a hard. Sometimes the truth hurts. So I
Right.
wouldn't even say that most most people were against. I'm saying it may, as far as some of the female, it may have been a 50-50, man, because I've seen a lot of people co-signing this stuff. Because when you first hear it, the message, it may be a little tough. But when you sit back and self-analyze and really, if you think about it logically, there'll be people that think about things logically, and there'll be people that think about things illogically. Every
Yeah.
individual is different. Everybody's different, and everybody's realization level of reality is at a different place. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So some people are delusional, some people are like some people are eyes wide open, like, wow, this is what it is, and so you got all sides of the spectrum. But just anybody in general, when somebody passes, like even when, like, for example, say you have a beef with somebody, right, and they pass away, but you and that person had like a beef or something, but you had nothing to do with them passing away. I'm getting feedback. Can, I'm getting like, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay. No, it was getting a little fuzzy. The feedback was getting a little choppy.
Yeah, I have.
But even if
I'm
you
trying
have,
to clear this up, man. Yeah, I hear you though.
oh, okay. But like, even if you have problems with somebody, you hear they pass, afterwards, you don't really want
Yeah,
to speak on the person no more. You just be like, all
right.
right, well, it's just a wrap. Like, I'm not even gonna even, what I'm saying? Like, it's done already. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I can't even continue to talk or continue with beef with somebody that's not there, or continue to, like, so that's kind of like just bad taste in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could
Yeah, yeah.
think
Bad
it, you could
taste.
think it to yourself, but you may not want to put it out there. That's kind of
And
like in bad taste.
not
But
to cut you off, let me clarify
yeah,
that.
hmm
Oh, there you go, right there. Hold on, I guess, yeah. Okay, he got his thing. Okay, let me. Cause I don't know, man. I'm sorry, man. This is
it's
my
funny.
first time.
You on the mobile, but you on the mobile. That's why it's like it's a
Yeah,
little complicated because you on the road and shit. So when you gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's all good.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
shit is live. You playing with it, like, you know.
Okay, he on now. You on,
You can
JB?
unmute yourself. Oh, you put a picture up, Jay. All right, got
Yeah,
avatar. You unmute your mic, JB, and you ready to rock.
yep. But real quick, what you were saying, like, I mean, I kind of seen what you said, as far as with, like, I'm generalizing. Like I say, I'm not saying all
I didn't
black women.
say you were generalizing, but
Well,
I said for those that are listening.
oh yeah, those that are
You know what I'm
listening,
saying? For
yeah,
those that are listening, somebody's going to come in the chat and say he's generalizing. That's
right,
what I was trying to say. Not saying you are. Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, man, like I say, I tune in to Kevin Samuels, and it's a lot of black women that agree with him, that rock with him, and everything else. And a lot of them black women got husbands, and all of that. So I'm not, and some of them don't, but they still agree with him. So I'm not, but man, if you go on the internet and see what's going on right now, boy, it's a lot going on.
When you're a public figure and you hurt a lot of people's feelings, that's just how it goes, though, man. Because that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
game. That's the business, man. You gotta realize. And another thing that people don't realize is, with the growth of his channel, he grew, but he wasn't really his audience. People that were in his audience, it wasn't really targeted to them. You
right,
understand what I'm saying? It's like you had some people that were not even like, this isn't really catered to you. Like, for example, you have a general demographic that you want to have your audience,
right.
right? So in the beginning, like, the topics changed after a while. In the beginning, he was giving his channel to his man, hey, yo, step your game up, y'all. You over 30, can't wear sneakers, t-shirt, no more fragrances. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Boom, yo, get that job, stay at it, get on your square, get on your hustle, do what you got
Right.
to do. You know what I'm saying? So it was a men's channel, and he also was criticized a lot of the men that were on some bullshit. You understand? But that was early before the rise. That was in the early stages before the big stardom, before the
Yeah,
rise in popularity. So people didn't really research him. They didn't really go back because all the videos, same thing. Like, yeah, I got a channel. You go back and you can go back. Like, but people didn't go back. You can go back years and see some of his videos, probably. Like,
man. Checking out, like, now that I hate to say it, but now that I mean, because they confirmed that, I guess he passed. I mean, I don't. I mean, I know that it's probably true, but I
okay.
want to still wait for a day, but I mean, it's looking like that. And so I checked out some of his old videos, and yeah, man, like, I see his, his grind, I see his elevation from where he was at then to where he at now. And he built his platform, and he spoke truth to power, and you know what I'm saying. I mean, at the end of the day, people can hate him or love him, like hate him or love him, like 50 say, but
Yeah,
you
man, that's
you
life.
can't argue facts.
Hmm.
Facts is facts. Kind of like what you just said. He go back to facts and statistics, and it is what it is. You
Hmm.
know. But I think we lost JB again. He was on. I don't know. He was on.
But remember you know, I look at it a whole bunch of different ways as far as people, that's just low class shit. Like we just usually don't um I don't know if this is a young person, this person whose channel you were talking about that was leading the cheerleaders about, yeah, he's passed away or some shit like that or whatever. I'm not sure if it was young, but it wasn't really geared towards young people. The content wasn't geared towards ghetto folks and shit like that. So it didn't really, so a lot of people felt bad because of the message, and they really was like, damn, that's a tough message. And a lot of people were hurt and by the message, and that was like tough reality. Like this was like shit that people had never heard before. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like really? You dreaming? Like stop it. Like really?
Yeah.
What kind of
Right.
results have you
Yeah.
had of doing that? So I
I
mean, it's
think
real. So a hit dog hollers all the time.
it dog holler, man. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. I mean, I'm gonna keep going back to the facts. You know, shit. I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I mean, you can't argue what that man was speaking and what he was speaking into power. I mean, it was just like he said. He went out there and did the work. He was out there
Yeah.
actually in the field and interviewing women, and I mean, actually, then he was an image consultant. So naturally, you know what I'm saying? I mean, being an image consultant, and that's another thing I didn't like that they were saying when I was on Neek at Night. I mean, when I called into her little thing, they were saying, "Oh well, he was an image consultant. I mean, she kept saying how he get married 2 times. I can see the first time he got
Love
married,
stylist.
but the second
Hmm.
time didn't he didn't notice that, she wasn't the right one, and him being an image consultant and all that.
Yes. What that got to do with anything?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, sometimes, what I'm saying, shit just don't work. That's just what it
Well,
is,
if
man.
this person that was saying that, see, the thing is this, and you got to realize when some people, um, just because they have a channel or a platform to speak, because like the internet thing is fairly, people having their channels, everybody has an opinion. Like my podcast is opinion radio as well. Everyone has an opinion, but at the same time as well, it doesn't mean that their opinion is a good opinion, right? It doesn't mean that a lot of people share the same opinion as them. It doesn't mean a lot of people agree with them. Like, so she's just entitled to her opinion, and that's cool. But if you're thinking about it from her mentality, is what gives her, who the person is, right? I'm not saying
Right.
she's a bad person, but who the person is what they display, right?
Well,
So if she's saying all of this kind of stuff, that just says it's like crazy. But it is what it is.
yeah,
Like,
I feel
and there
you,
were a
but I
lot of
know
people that were hurt by the message, man. He put a message out there that really, and for example, like the average at best video was what put him um made him like it was one of his first viral video, the average at best, when he was like, there was a woman, and I was actually watching that live at that time. I was actually watching that live, and he was being
oh,
100% honest. The girl
100%.
looked
I
average.
think that out too. Yeah.
Like that. And she,
Yeah.
and when they come on, they try to present, sometimes they just come on with sometimes they'll show the show with a bonnet on, just busted. And then somebody will show up like, with their little shirt and her head done and little lipstick, everything done up, like trying to be their best so they can say, well, give me a rating. And he'd be like, you're a 5. And they'd be like, damn. And they gave their best. They came on there representing their best self. So you got to understand this. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. They came on there representing their best version of themselves. So, say you got on one of your best outfits. You got your hair done that day. You got your little nails done. Even if you got your little makeup shit done by, they sometimes you go into the mall or some shit and they what's the name you up and you just came right home and jumped on there. You were the best version of yourself
Yeah,
in at best.
at
So she was a
best.
5. She was like, "You're a 5," and that's what she said. And the thing that made everybody go so crazy about this thing and what was so amazing, and at that point, you have to really just understand anybody that was offended or body that made a video and says, "Well, that's misogynistic," or any woman that made a video and said, "Well, he disrespected her and that was so demeaning, this, that, and the other." They didn't watch it because he said, "What would you rate yourself?" And she said 5. And he
Exactly.
said the same thing. Yes, 5.
Exactly.
And what is 5 out of fucking 10? Middle,
Middle. And
average.
you know what? I
And
want to
that was
speak.
her best form of, hold on, let me finish this shit. And this was her
Okay.
best form of herself. And she even rated herself at a 5. And he agreed. And he was like,
Yeah.
you're average at best. And he
I-
didn't, you're average at best. So you don't think you should get you understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
yeah,
And people were in the uproar about this. And she herself gave herself the same exact rating before he did. And that was
but
the
oh,
craziest thing about it. So that just lets you know that, remember, we live in a world full of illogical people. So you can't speak logic into
that's real.
illogical people. You
Yeah,
understand
that's
what I'm saying? And that's just how I look at that shit. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry, Jay. We lost
on,
you,
on,
man.
and I'm loving everything you was dropping them, but gems right there. But I didn't want to miss out on kind of elaborating on that, like what you said, as far as with Kevin Samuel. See, a lot of these women, I think what they was triggered about, and you hit it right on the head, was the fact that Kevin Samuels was basically letting them know, like, hold on, pipe down, bust that balloon up there, come back down to reality. You want this high figure man, you want this high value man that's making a quarter or $1 million or $1 million man, but you got two kids by two different baby daddies, and you you 5'5", 240 pounds. Like, it was a lot of unrealistic goals that these women had. And that's my thing. Like, he really was like basically bringing them back down to reality. And I really
True.
think that they didn't like that. Like the chick Nika at night, I know you say you don't really know nothing about her, but I know a little bit about her. I mean, I'm not knocking single mothers, but she has a kid, and she's single and everything else. So Kevin Samuels, if you know anything about him, he states that, like, okay, if you're a
He
woman
hurt her
out here,
feelings.
what you say?
He hurt her feelings,
He hurt
basically,
him. Exactly.
because the odds are against her at this stage
Exactly.
of her life, point blank, period.
Right. And that's what he used to talk on. So, like that, they look at Kevin Samuels like, okay, he's down valuing me, he's downgrading me. But no, he's not really doing it. He's just keeping it real with you. Like, the expectations that you women put on man is not right, because they look at a brother that's making 40, $50,000, and they shit on him.
You know what?
He's you know,
I look at it like this too, though. He asked them what they want. Everybody could dream. I dream about hitting the lotto once in a while, but I know it's very slim because I don't play very often. Number one. Number two, it's just a dream. Right. So they're just saying
yeah,
the dream. This is what they want. But well, when you look at it, and the reason why they're on there is because the dream hasn't come true yet. Right. So to me, that's like a show of like, what would you do if you hit the lottery type of show. It's like that means your dream come true, but the dream hasn't come true. That's why they're calling in. Give me a
Right.
rating. Give me this. Give me that. Well, I'm this. I'm that. I'm the other. Well, like you weren't too successful at what you were doing. Like obviously, since you're in the position you're in right now, whatever you've been doing hasn't been working, right?
E-
And if you're gonna sit back and wait for the lotto, it may not ever happen. You're better off getting to work on yourself. You
Exactly,
know what I'm
man.
saying? That's it.
Yeah, I needed you on here. I said, man, I gotta call my OG Smoke. We gotta talk about it.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Let's rock. You know what I'm saying? But that's the reality of the shit. You know what I'm saying?
right. But
You know,
I mean,
but it's
like I
hard,
said,
man. They make it
you
hard.
know, hey, at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I just actually want black men to kind of pay attention to this. Don't get mad. I mean, because at first I'm not gonna lie, that kind of bothered me being on. That's why I had to call in because usually, I mean, I've been kind of quiet on YouTube because I'm still working on myself. I'm still, figuring things out. But I said, nah, not today.
Yeah,
Not
nigga
with
was pissed off. Fuck that.
not with this shit that's going on. Then I called in on her ass and I guess she see because she was like, "Oh, you from the West Coast?" Because I had hit her with, "You always calling black men dusty." But at the same time, you telling me it's not no dusty black women? And she's like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm like, okay then, because it's like you trying to take old girl talking points and she gonna try to say, well, you okay, I'm from Cali. I said, okay, I'm from Vegas. She like, oh, well, did you know you from the West Coast? Dusty is a word that we use and all this other stuff, and which it is. Dusty. I mean, that's kind of been like a slang on the
Yeah,
West
yeah,
Coast.
no doubt. Mhm.
But the difference is you black women using that word to basically get at black men with. You call every black man a dusty, and that's just not the case. Like I think it was this brother from New York that called in on her show, and she basically was trying to argue with him because he put all his kids in foreign cars and sent them off to college or whatever. But the thing was, when she asked him a question, well, what have you taught your kids? He starts saying, well, I teach them about health and things like that. Then she tried to say, oh, well, you ain't really taught them nothing. You ain't really did anything for them. And when he actually start breaking down all the money and all the different things that he did, she turned that around to say, oh, well, all you thinking about is materialistic things. All you gave them is material, and this is coming from a woman that don't have a father. So I'm like listening to her like, hold
A
on,
little
how you gonna
jealousy, maybe. Yeah, she's thinking like, damn, this daddy. I wish I had a daddy, and he was like
right?
that. He could have bought me a car and put me in college, but instead,
Exactly.
I ended up doing the opposite, and she is where she is right now. So it's you know, you got to remember these people make these things that when they go on there and they say these things, that's but that's their reality, right? That's the reality of them because she totally believes whatever she's saying, whatever she's arguing, but she knows she capping. She already know that that's some bullshit. She knows. She wish she was one of his kids. If it went
Yeah,
down like that. You know what I'm saying?
you're right,
I'm
right.
just
That's real.
saying. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay, let me
Oh
ask you,
man.
OG.
Talk to
Um,
me.
okay, now, as far as with black men that travel and things like that,
It's
you
all.
know, um, what do you think? I mean, how could I ask you this question? Like, do you think that the way that the world is right now is best for black men to start looking elsewhere, as far as with having a companion or maybe trying to find a wife or you know,
I look at it like this.
what do you think?
It's 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 a slippery slope. I mean, me, I've been traveling for 20 something years, so mm, I wasn't really looking to settle down and all that other stuff either. It's not like I was looking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like most men do, which I strongly discourage, is to um maybe get married in your early 20s and stuff like that, and try to start too early. You need to discover yourself, find out who you are. You need to get on your square. You need to solidify how you're gonna make your money. You know, you need to get your life in order first before you
Right.
take on the responsibility of getting married and having children and stuff, because that's a lot of work. Um,
Um,
but you need to focus on getting yourself in the best optimum position that you can before you actually start seriously thinking about quote unquote relationships and marriage and all of that, because you don't get a chance to really have fun. So what happens is, for example, I'll give you a rundown real quick. For example, say me at the age of 21, we started traveling at 22 internationally. A couple of the guys got married at 23, 24. I continue to travel, have fun. Uh, you know, they can't do it anymore. They have children. It's complicated. They're not happy anymore. They're just gonna continue, and at that point, they just like I've seen men defeated by 30. Like at 30, they're just defeated. They're just beating men. Like she didn't gained a lot of weight. We had 2 kids. She gained mad weight. She don't look good no more. She let herself go. But she mad if I'm looking at something, looking right in the sweatpants in the supermarket.
right.
She would
Right.
have slapped me in the back of the head. Like, so I see a lot of men defeated, man, by 30, like it's over. And they
Yeah.
just, oh man, and they looking at me, so they get mad. They was mad. Some of the guys were mad. Just I'm still rock and rolling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why settle down early? I'm still having fun. Like
Yeah.
it's fun to travel. It's fun to have if you get a nice little job, it's fun to have your own money for yourself. Like, as men, I wouldn't recommend you settle down and really start thinking about serious relationships until you're in your late 30s,
Right.
mid
And that's
30s, the minimum, before you really start seriously trying to consider women. And at that point, you're gonna have to start. You're gonna, because most women in their mid 30s are reaching that point already. They're reaching the wall already. So you have to maybe talk to women in their mid 20s at that stage.
and you see
So
that's
there's going to be a gap, maybe an 8 year, 7 year gap, or late 20s for the female, and you're 35 ish. You know what I mean?
right.
But
Right.
it depends on what you want out of life. But it seems right now in today's times, it may be better for men not to get married,
And you see that's
possibly. But if you're determined to gotta get married,
nah,
uh, and as far as
not in a minute.
overseas women, I wouldn't look for it. If it
No.
happens, it'll happen. But if you're
And you,
looking for it, you can think that this is it, but it's not really what it seems to be. You understand what I'm
right.
saying? Because you're
And
going
I
too hard. If you're looking for something, you may not find it. That's how I say it. I wasn't
yeah.
looking for it. I was just bumped into a good woman after uh many years of experience, shall I
And
say.
not
Sorry to make
cut
that
you off.
so long and drawn out.
No, no, that's
You
man,
know,
I'm glad yeah, I'm hoping that, regardless of
I can't hear
people,
you. I see your hold on. Go
you
ahead.
hear
Go
me?
ahead. Yep. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm glad that you're saying all that you're saying because, regardless if we got, I don't care how many viewers we got, when they check out
The
the video,
replay. Hmm.
they take something from what we saying and what you saying because, you older than me. So you got way more experience at it. I mean, we can learn from a baby. So I'm not saying that, but, at the
Facts.
same, and, I mean, it's light. I mean, you only get one life, and that's proven through Kevin Samuels. Like he died at 56, and
Hmm.
black men, who we die at an earlier age. So I mean,
Mm.
life to the fullest, man. I mean, and getting married right now in America with the things that's going on, and you see what's going on in the news, and
Mm-mm.
you know, how do man just period in this country. I mean, I don't think that's the the wave. You
Probably
know, I
not
don't
the
think.
move right now.
No, I
Probably not the move for real.
I don't got any kids, but and I do want kids. But far as we're getting married with things that's going on right now, I just don't really see myself getting married right now, man.
We'll put it like this: if you throughout your travels, um, because if you know, like it's hard domestically. I figure that because the playing field is getting a little slowly but surely all across the world. The social media and all this stuff, and it seems like the traditional type of woman is disappearing. Um, so that's another thing. Like, so the thottery is spreading all around the world right now,
Right?
slowly but surely.
Yeah, that's a fact too.
The thottery is spreading, and once like the generation comes the next generation comes out where becomes adults where the thottery is all they've ever seen, right?
Right,
That's all they'll know, and the thottery is just a normal thing. And then you got uh man who's like this is crazy, right? Like, how am I supposed to wipe this up? And everybody thought, right? Everybody
that
thought, how am I supposed to have a baby with this? And she thought,
everybody working,
if I have
everybody
a daughter, she's gonna be a thought.
right, everybody working, everybody got their titties all in the camera, and I mean,
And it's
you
gonna be
look,
normal soon. It's gonna be to the point of where children are growing up seeing this right now. So in
yeah,
10 years when they're 17, 18, 19, that that's all they've ever seen from the beginning. There was never a time where people had on clothes and shit. Like where people weren't everybody's ass wasn't out. Everybody wasn't taking the picture turned around from behind. The infamous
right,
picture from behind.
right.
Yo,
That's
this
what
shit
I'm
is
saying.
crazy.
It's
It's
crazy,
crazy. So for a nigga that's looking to have kids, man, if you meet a nice little joint overseas, have a baby overseas, man.
man.
And let her
That's
stay there
look.
with the baby. Have the baby
OG,
overseas, man.
I'm not lying to you, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not
All
gonna lie.
good. But
I'm
don't
trying
look
to.
for it though. Don't look for it. Don't look for nothing.
Yeah, looking for
Just
it,
rock.
but
Just play the game. Yeah, just chill,
yeah,
play the game, travel, do your thing, and
yeah,
you know the right energy will connect with you. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's out there. You know, but you wanna. It's just easier for a woman that comes from a traditional society.
Man, you like the Yoda of traveling, man. I keep telling you that. You like the Yoda. People don't know, man. You be dropping.
Yeah, we hit the sound effects on you. Yo, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Hey, man, you dropping them gems, man. Let me see. We got a guest in here. JB, man, you back in here, man.
JB,
Oh,
pull up, man. We just talking. Where you at, JB? Give us some gems, man. We couldn't get the mic going. Where we at with it? All right, you in the dog. That's
Guys,
cool though. We
can
don't
you
see
guys hear
you.
me?
yeah, we hear
We
you.
can hear you. Go for it, Jay.
I don't know where we was at, but
Just kick it. We just kicking it. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tank.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lead the
sorry
way
about
to
that.
it.
JB, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead. What you saying?
Yeah, yeah, man. We just talking about, I mean, just certain things about, the whole Kevin Samuels thing and how, it's a lot of hate right now going on. And it seemed like, I mean, basically the topic is, should black men stop looking at black American women elsewhere, for
Um,
and just like all the slander that's going on with Kevin Samuels, because they said he passed away today.
he passed away. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Um, I think that what he was doing was just exposing or putting out to a population that didn't know about a certain side of aspect of those type of relationships. And he didn't focus on a relationship. He talked about the criteria to get into a good one.
Right.
So most women don't want to hear the criteria. Most people don't want to hear criteria. They have their own, ideologies of what they want to do.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah, you're right. I mean, a lot of these women, man, out here, man, they want it their way. You know, they don't want really no structure. I mean, I'm starting to really realize that American structure. They want to, have their cookies and ice cream and they dessert, all that. You know, and have it their way. You know, so
Well, I mean, it was something you said earlier was when I was able to get on, talked about building. A lot of them don't want to build with you.
right, right.
They don't have the necessary tools to do it. They don't have they have too much dynamics, like my man was saying, too much dynamics entering in to prevent them from building.
Yeah, yeah,
They're career oriented, no problem. But sometimes that career pulls you in a different direction.
yeah.
And
That's
y'all might be together, but one person doing their thing, you doing your thing, but y'all ain't doing nothing together. So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Is it building, is it considered building if both of y'all are working for someone else and you're financially dependent on that job? Is that considered building?
Now, me personally, I mean, from like I say, think that I mean, even from you when I met you out there, man. Like I say, you put me on a lot of different game about the real estate thing, about being your own boss, and
Mm-hmm.
the
Mhm.
stuff that you put me on with, how the Jewish men put you on game with a lot of that stuff. To me,
Mhm.
I feel like unless you have financial freedom, and that's what I'm working towards right now. That's why I'm trying to eventually buy me a couple trucks because I drive semis, and build
Yeah.
my own. I mean, when you have financial freedom, you can do more. You can live life more. So I think when you with a woman, that has that same type of mindset, I think that it'd be more flourishable. Y'all be, you be in a better space with that woman because, I mean, y'all be happy. The money ain't no issue, so I think that cuts down on a lot of problems. But then that woman got to still respect you. She got to still, have that feminine nature about herself. And that's the thing that I'm getting in now. That's why I did this live because let's just be real, man. To me, a lot of the American women, in particular, black women, they brought into that feminist type of society type thing, and it's not like that. They want to be the man of the relationship. From I, what you think, Smoke?
Yeah.
Shit. Easier said than done.
Man, I mean,
That's
I
that's
can't.
what I can say. They can want to be the man all they want. It's easier said than done, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's crazy. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
you know,
I think when I was talking to my older brother, um, he obviously got more experiences than me. He's over 54 years old.
Okay.
Um, and one of the things he said was that in his in his experience when he was married and got divorced, um, she was not interested in building. She was just interested in the title of the marriage. So that right there, when you're built a certain way, you're you always growing. You're
Mhm.
growing in your goals, needs, wants, money, all aspects of a man. You grow. A man is not meant to be stagnant. He is meant to
Mm-mm.
grow.
Mhm.
Right.
So how
That's real.
fast you grow, or how slow you grow. It depends on your grind and your knowledge and you stand in that position to move in that lane. But he was saying that that's not her. She didn't understand that. In her makeup, in her DNA, she wasn't built that way. So I think to answer your question, a lot of them just don't have it because whoever raised them didn't
Yeah.
instill that work ethic, that grind, that whatever. It's all going to be learned. And if you know anything about them, boy, they gotta trust you or like you to learn from you. How about that one?
Yeah, yeah,
Facts,
yeah.
facts, 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 facts.
That's
True
facts.
indeed, true indeed.
Yeah, that's fact. I can't even say. Yeah, you
A
right.
lot,
That.
a lot of them want to they want you to come pre-made already. Okay, they
Yeah.
want the finished
Exactly.
product. They don't want to go for the journey.
Mm-mm.
It's more
That's
beneficial. They want everything. They want the journey to be like they want you to be up there already in
yeah.
advanced. For the most part, and you know what it is, and I gotta look at it in different ways because I'm me for example. I'm conservative. I have conservative values, right?
Right.
So I want if I say for example before I met my wifey, for example, I would say I want a woman that can cook, clean, um, is seen, not heard. Okay, for the most part. Okay, and this is just me just making my own checklist. Like this is what I want. This would be ideal for me. Of course, looking good, smelling good, of course. Um, submissive, not to the fact that like I'm not because I run my own shit. Like I can cook very well. I can clean, do my own laundries. Like I've been raised to do my own shit, so I didn't have to. Thanks to my mom, rest in peace. I've been raised to do my own shit, so I don't gotta depend on nobody. Like so, I
Right.
can just hold my own. So I already came pre-made for the most part. Like my shit was good, so it was perfect. Um, I didn't appear. See, I gave off a different appearance because when you actually may see that potential something in something, you know what I'm saying? You don't want them, you don't want them to think like, oh shit, nigga gotta look like something, right? So you want to just come off as basic as fuck. You know what I'm saying? All the time
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
travel and all
yeah,
that kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Basic as fuck. But I wasn't really looking to settle down or anything because I was just like, man, I already tried to settle down in the States with a regular chick or whatever, and it just didn't, whatever. But it is what it is. But I had left the plantation a while back. I was like, because I've been traveling for so many years, pretty much since I was a young, in my early 20s. So I've been exposed to the different cultures and different type of women in other places and uh countries that masculinity was catered to. Sorry to make that a long ass response, but you know,
No, that's
but
no,
that's kind of
that's needed, man. I mean, just to kind of piggyback off of what you said, yeah. I mean, when I'm seeing like even like the working girls per se, what they say in other countries, you can tell that they have a lot of femininity about themselves. Like and with American women, I hate to say it, but it's just not there, man. Like, I
it
mean,
ain't.
I'm not saying all. You probably got, you have your select few, but the ones that are like that, they already married for the most part, are tooken. You- So then it leaves us with, you know, the rest of them, and it's I don't know, man. I mean, me, I'm younger than y'all, so I'm seeing it kind of from a different point too, as
Yeah,
far as for these younger, the younger generation, man, I don't see myself getting married to none of these younger women out here in America. That's just me,
probably
just
not a good idea.
yeah, and it's not. So
Yeah, I think one of the deciding factors in trying to establish that kind of relationship with a Black American woman is what can you accept as far as competing with? For example, they have to compete with the fake booty titty girl. They have to compete with the fake hair girl, the Instagram girl, the Beyonce girl, the this girl. Within their own community, they can't even get over their own skin color. So you have to deal with depression from the skin color. Oh, she too dark, she too light, she too this, she that. Her hair is thick, her hair is curly. When you run into them, you essentially you're gonna consume all of those things. So you as a man has to figure out, are you gonna be able to compete with all that? Or you okay with that? And that's a constant competition. That's every day.
Constant competition.
Mm.
Man, that's why I needed both of y'all on this panel tonight. They're gonna learn something tonight.
You gonna learn today, bitches.
Gonna learn today. Gonna learn today. I know y'all probably both. I know y'all on different time schedules where y'all at, man. But I appreciate y'all.
It's 12 o'clock. I don't give a fuck. I rock and roll with you, my man. You know what I mean? It's East Coast time over here. 12:15, but I'm good. I'm
JB,
good.
you in Florida,
Yeah, I'm
right?
East Coast. Yeah, I'm East Coast. Yeah.
Okay.
Got you up on the late night, JB. My bad.
Yeah, ain't no thing, baby. Ain't no thing.
Man, we all, man, we JB, I know you said that you got something going on Memorial weekend, but yeah, me and Smoke gonna be out there. So I was hoping to see you, but I know I might not see you
You
out
said
there.
what's the dates?
The 22 to I'm gonna be out there the 22 to the 31st.
That's May.
Yeah, May. Yep, this month for
Oh,
Memorial.
okay. No, my daughter's birthday is the 29th. She's gonna be 2 years old. So
Okay.
That's the Sunday. Yeah, that's the thing before. Copy.
yeah, I'll be around for that. But I think we were supposed to make that thing end of July. I got something scheduled end of July, something like that.
That's good. Enjoy.
Oh, okay, man. I'm gonna try to see what I got going on in July. I might end up being out there again in September for my birthday, though.
Yeah, I
Good.
think I'll make that September one, man. I just got a couple of projects I gotta take care of for some
Okay.
real estate. Gotta do some couple of rehabs, and then that's take up my time, and then September should be cool.
Cha-ching, and cash a few checks, and then take a break. I know what to do.
Yeah. Hey, man, I don't know if y'all listen to that podcast with Brandon Marshall or Ryan Clark, whatever, but one of the things that Brandon Marshall said was he learned to schedule similar to what I was doing, but a schedule is like you travel or you take a break every quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Some people do once a month.
I was telling Tank that, that's how I lived and shit, B.
Exactly.
Like before I settled down, you know what I'm saying? I didn't settle down till into my 40s. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, I'm tired now. I had an incredible run, but I was definitely every 3 months I was definitely on the move. Every third month I was see ya.
Yeah. I've been once a month
for years.
I've been getting at it once a month for about
Ooh,
8 years now.
Gangsta.
What?
Gangsta.
Man,
Yeah, man.
just now traveling. You know what? I'm
Gangsta.
not
and,
just
and,
getting the world, man. So
and peep how I was doing that shit with just regular job, man. I mean,
Yeah.
good paying shit, but just I have no problem with doing a quick 3-day run. You know what I'm saying? I call that
There you
shit a
go.
drive by. I do a drive by all day. Any country,
Yeah.
anytime. Somebody already there. You there? All right. If you're gonna be there, all right. You know what? The second day you there, I'm dropping in. You leaving Sunday?
Absolutely.
I'm out Thursday. I'm leaving before you leave, and I'll be there once you get there.
yeah,
Like a day later, drop by. I have
well,
no problem with that.
I'm gonna have to try that a couple times myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think traveling helps shape you. I think traveling helps gives you some of the tools you're gonna
hmm
need to withstand, to endure. Because when you travel, you learn a lot and you grow.
Yeah.
Um,
hmm
you're able to seek a lot of knowledge. Again, not just meeting your tank, but meeting everybody else. Meet a lot of cats who they're not bums, man.
Right.
Facts.
You
You
know,
can't be.
I mean that narrative of a successful black man is a small percentage, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Everybody I run into is in the majority. I'm gonna talk about 99% ain't no bum.
Yeah.
hmm
Like these guys got some experiences, bro.
Facts.
Yeah. That's facts, man. I mean, like I say, I appreciate, man, like when I left the DR, I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. When I left the DR, I kind of shed a couple tears as a
Mm.
grown. I feel like, when I was at the airport going back to the Matrix, man, I'm like, oh,
You had a
going
1 month
back.
run, and I met him. Luckily, I met him when I was on a 8 day run. So I had a little stretch where me and him got to really chill a few good days. You know what I mean?
hmm hmm hmm
It's really,
Absolutely, man.
it's really like you meet a lot of brothers that's really influential, man, to your life, and I honestly say that, and I'm talking about older brothers because you got a lot of young cats that travel too, but when you really see like people like y'all, it's motivation to me. It's inspiring. So I appreciate, man, meeting you, Smoke, meeting you, JB out there, man. I'm always gonna stay locked in with y'all. I mean, I don't care what it is. If y'all traveling somewhere or going somewhere, let me know.
All love, all
Yeah,
love.
I'm gonna
most
definitely try.
definitely, bro.
Uh, yeah, I appreciate y'all checking in tonight, man, with this Kevin Samuels thing. It just kind of it had rubbed me the wrong way, so I had to call the troops in just to, fill in because I really felt like he was a good dude, far as with in the space when it comes to black man, and an advocate for black man. So, we need more of that. I mean, like I say, people might not agree with his message or the way that he delivered his message, but it
hmm
don't mean it's not true what he was saying. So that was my whole thing, about doing this live today.
Okay, okay. All right,
Yeah.
brothers. I gotta take a little run, but
Okay.
Yes,
appreciate the
sir.
invite, man. Next time y'all hit me up.
Oh yeah, definitely, JB, man. Appreciate you tuning in, man.
My dude,
All
nice
right,
meeting
nice
you,
to meet
bro.
you, brother. Hopefully we'll link soon one day.
Oh yeah,
Ye-
definitely. We definitely do that.
yes, sir. Peace, my dude.
All right, later. Be safe.
JB in the building, y'all. You know what I mean? Thanks for bringing up my dude. We back
Got him-
at it.
Finally got him in, man. It's just me and you smoke again. But yeah, man, Smoke, man, this shit was crazy today, man. What was going on? It's probably still going on right now.
It's gonna be
Uh,
the talk of the town. This is gonna be the newest news. Like
yeah,
if it's true, which appears to be the case.
yeah,
And
yeah,
we'll hear all the lies, it was this, it was that, it was a murder, it was assassination, it was a drug overdose, it was you
right,
can hear a whole different anything possible, and then excuse me, then maybe the facts will come out like maybe in 2 weeks or so. In a couple of weeks we'll really find out what happened, I guess. Who
yeah,
knows? It is what it is.
yeah. It is what it
I
is,
mean,
man.
we all gonna face that time one day, unfortunately.
Right.
And we don't know how, when, where. So
Yeah,
that's you know,
that's my
that's the
thing.
crazy shit. hmm
Uh, being healthy, like that really shocked me because like I told you, I lost like 50 pounds so far, and I'm trying to get back in shape to my natural weight, and I'm like, man, like that right there kind of hit different because like I say, it didn't look like he was an unhealthy man. So if it's
hmm
true that he went into cardiac arrest, I'm like,
But you know what though? It can happen to anybody, anytime, whether your health is good or not.
yeah,
You can
I
be
know,
in tip top, perfect shape, a world athlete. You got
yeah,
professional athletes passing out in the come in the pre camp. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Right.
So it could happen anytime, anything. I'm saying being healthy, of course, is in your advantage, but it could happen anytime, any place, anything. It
Anything.
could be an
Yeah.
accident, anything. So it's just about
Yeah.
being good to folk and doing what it do. You know what I'm saying? Let me see, I'm getting mad hits. Everybody's on this piece right here. I don't got time to produce some shit. Let me see. This is some other shit going on.
Oh, you got something else in the works right now.
No. This is just my hold on, let me just turn this volume down on this shit right here. On these notifications here. And I so good. I was just letting them know. Yeah, man. So.
We had to jump on this panel early because I was gonna get you on anyways in a week or two, but I figured we might as well start. I mean, the next time I get you on, I'm gonna be in front of my laptop, so
Oh yeah,
get
we
really,
good. But it was
but
good to fire it up on the phone though, just to get your what's the word I'm talking about? To get your feet wet on the mobile device as far as jumping off the StreamYard because I had some issues too myself.
yeah,
I was in Panama a couple of weeks ago, Panama City. I did a live on IG on Sunday Night Smoke podcast on Instagram. I did a
right,
live on IG because I couldn't get the StreamYard to work. I was like trying to get the YouTube and the other shit popping, spread my joint all over.
yeah.
But couldn't get it to work. So I just like let me just hit IG because people was texting me, yo, what's up? What you doing? What you doing with it? I'm like, all right, let me just jump on something.
My
But
IG too. I don't really fuck with my IG like that, but I got to start kind of,
me neither. I just was like, let me just get the podcast bubbling because the parent company called Haps TV that we used to do the podcast from, uh they freaking the app closed on the 5th, which was today. So the app went out of business and that fucked us up. So StreamYard, I've been a member of StreamYard for a little while anyway, as a
oh
backup. But like I lost like fucking hundreds of subscribers, all kind of shit. It was a fucking train wreck. So you know, I'm just on YouTube right now. So for those watching, like, share, subscribe, please give me that
I,
subscription.
yeah,
Sunday Night Smoke podcast on YouTube. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yes. Hey, y'all go check out my OG man.
Opinion radio at its finest.
Ass man, go check him out, man. Like, comment.
Actually, I was just looking at what's the name that time when I went live when we was on the beach. That's still up there. That's still popping. Um,
Uh,
yeah, when
you
we
know, I
was doing
all
there.
though, man. I got like a little what is the little slide clips or whatever. That motherfucker got like 3,000-4,000 views
Oh,
on
okay.
that.
That's what it do. That's what it do.
You know what?
Okay.
It was
Because
the
I know I'm sub to your joint. I know I'm sub to your joint. Because I was scrolling through your thing the other day actually, and I think I was you did a stream I think before we met actually. Maybe a day or two before we met, you may have did a video or something like that. You was telling me.
oh,
Did you put that on there, right? You put that on your
yeah.
channel?
I'm gonna start doing like that's my thing, man. I'm gonna start doing more of these panels and I'm gonna start actually vlogging, jumping in front of the camera when I'm recording. That's kind of what I told my boy Negrito
Hmm.
Street 4K. Cause
Okay.
I mean, he do a lot of walk videos, which is cool, but I want to actually get into, becoming a real travel vlogger, like really getting in front of that camera. Not
You know what
saying that
happens though?
what
Over there on that end, right? What happens is once if he was to name himself, because like a lot of people ended up getting in trouble for that shit before. Not in trouble, but like talking about the town and how it
oh yeah,
should be and shit like that and blah 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 blah. So you had a lot of people that was just became commercial. Oh, that's so and so. That's so and so. and they got themselves in trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's probably beneficial for him to just keep doing what he do. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's probably beneficial for him to keep doing what he do, especially that he lives there. You know what I mean?
yeah. That is true. And he making money
Beneficial. Yeah, that's
on
what I'm trying to say. So he's in a good lane right now. That's what I'm kind of getting at. He's in a
Yeah,
good lane, just doing it how he do it. And big up to you, shit. Big up to you for you know what I'm saying, for helping the nigga out with that equipment. You know what I'm saying, for helping him out to get him popping, cause he's in a good lane right now. So you don't wanna. If I was him, I would kind of just keep doing. You know what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
I don't want to
that's
get no smoke out. I don't want that nigga to catch no smoke out there. You know what I'm saying?
my boy. So I'm gonna always look out for him. He helped me out a lot too when I was out there. So yeah, I want to see him, be successful as well. So yeah, that might be a good look on his hand, not to really,
Yeah, he's
you know,
bubbling though. He's bubbling. He's bubbling right now. He's bubbling a nice little something. So it's good for, you know what I mean. It's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's, it's, it's definitely good for him to stay right in the lane he's in. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? Because
Got
once
that
you know what I mean, just for his content, what he does, like you have some people that don't want to be, you know what I mean.
in front of that camera.
Yeah, so they'll be like, "That was you that put my shit up there. That's saw
Yeah,
me." You may get smoke on the back end for things. So it's better just the way do rock and roll. You know what I mean?
that's
Don't
what I
don't
was
don't, don't gas that nigga up.
trying to.
don't gas the nigga up like, yo, son. You know how this nigga go in there and nigga be somebody be on this nigga back. You know
On
what I
his bump
mean?
there, man. But that's because like them chicas, man, when they know you got them on camera, they want to get paid. They want a couple dollars.
They don't want to be seen in certain places
Yeah, I know
either.
that.
I'm just saying, generally speaking, in general, they don't want to be seen in certain places. So if somebody's seen in a certain place on somebody's camera, they're not gonna be happy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just let it. You know what I mean? You just gotta let it be like on the low. You know?
hello, yeah. That's why I like shit. And when I go out there this time, man, I'm gonna make sure they know they on camera. If I do put one of them on camera, so I ain't.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, we do different things. Like it's a different content because if we streaming live on the beach, it is what it is. But if
Right.
if you just streaming and you talking and your camera's just there and people are just walking by, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So it's different. So doing different things. So you would be doing something totally different. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
You'd be
that's
doing
true.
something totally different. So
Man, I can't wait to get out there, man. I need a man. What young Jeezy say? I need a vacation.
hey man, a couple
A
of
vac-
weeks, hang tight, hang tight.
I know,
It's
man. I
here.
know. Can't wait to catch that flight.
It's here.
But yeah, OG, I know you probably trying to lay it down, man.
Yeah,
I,
I'm gonna catch a little snooze. Get
okay,
my
man.
day started early tomorrow, 6:15, bright and early. I'm always up early. You know how I rock.
I know. Y'all ass be up extra early.
Yeah, early rise, man. We got to get on the hustle, baby. Got to get on the hustle.
Hey, much love, man. I mean, I appreciate you rocking out with your youngster, man. And
All
you
day.
know, we fam, man. We gonna stay locked in, man. I'm gonna get back with you on the next panel.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, my dude. Two
Yep,
Fly Travel Adventures in the building.
to
Sunday
travel
Night Smoke Podcast. We here.
Sunday night smoke podcast. We out, man.
Peace, my
Like,
dude.
yep.